I'm David Wall, and this is my wife, Laura Wall. Our son has been at Heartlight for about 10.5 months. Well, the atmosphere in our house was probably like most people's atmosphere. We had a 1.5 years of just a continual downward spiral. And sometimes it's difficult to make the distinction between what's normal teenage behavior and what's over the top of teenage behavior. We had 4 people living in our house, our son who's here, our daughter, Laura, and myself. And I just remember every night, nobody wanted to be at that house, all because of one person.
He was lying, he wasn't respecting anything in our household, he wasn't respecting us. It got scary, he'd grab my hand, he got really violent, and one time he just got this look in his eye that wasn't Ryan anymore. It was somebody else. It was really scary. My daughter texted me to say, "You're doing a good job," and I texted her back, "Call the police." It was just awful. It was just awful.
So I get here to a son who doesn't want to see me, is yelling, screaming at me, "What are you doing to my life? How are you possibly ruining my life?" Saying, "I'll change it, I'll do whatever I can." Trying his darndest to talk me into it, almost talked me into it. It was so hard to leave him here. A week before he came here, he had decided he was going to try and make a change. And he tried, he honestly tried. But we just saw he couldn't, he needed more help. And then when he was trying to talk me into it, it was so hard to drop him off. So while I'm sitting there, you're thinking to myself, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? I don't know these people, but I've heard good things about them. Does Ryan, our son, really need this? There's a lot of questions going through yourself. But at the same time, you're kind of going, this is also the right thing to do. As we got more familiar with Heartlight and the program, those questions went away.
Well, something I was really surprised at was that I've grown to love this place. We sent our son here, and we both have talked about this. We sent our son here for them to help him. What we didn't expect was how much they helped us, and how much this has become so much a part of our family this last year. And how this is our last trip here. We came to all the parent retreats, and now our son graduates tomorrow. And we were talking about we're really going to miss it. And we live in California, otherwise I think we'd be coming here to visit.
Ryan.
Yeah, I really will continue to talk to each other. Thanks. We came here, a troubled boy comes living there. Thank you. We have grown immensely through this process, and we were not expecting that. We really thought that this was going to be something, when we first came here, that was going to help Ryan out. And we really did not expect to see how much it was going to help us out. We have changed the way that we've looked at things. Does it mean that we're not going to slip back to some of our old ways? Oh, absolutely, we're human. But we have grown so much, and I think it's brought a whole different perspective on how we can be as parents. We've also read all of Mark Gregston's material, and I would advise anybody looking at this video right now that is sitting there waiting for because their son or daughter is about to start the program at Heartlight, it is when it's appropriate for you, start reading his information and his books, and because that helped us understand more about what Heartlight's all about.